Thyssenkrupp's motto is engineering tomorrow together. And so the whole ethos of our business is that we provide engineering solutions for the future while working with our clients in a very strong partnership approach. We have three main service streams as an organisation. One is aftermarket sales and service, where we provide significant blue-collar support services to our clients who've bought our equipment. And we have standard machine business and what is effectively a new build business. The standard machine business is exactly that. You can almost buy it off a catalogue. And that makes up a very small proportion of our overall business in Australia. We really do target the new build, bespoke design. And so to be able to look at all of the solutions for our clients, to be able to cater for all of their needs and take those into consideration, you have to have a strong partnership approach. Coming late to the party, not being part of an overall partnership and constructive dialogue with them means that they won't get the solution that they want. We won't be able to provide to their expectations, and the end result isn't satisfying for anybody. So it's absolutely key for us to partner with our clients through the full development phase of a project, which can last anywhere from 6 months to 7 or 8 years, depending upon the size and complexity of the projects. You can see that in the presentation that our Dr. Benedict Mayer gave today. His presentation was all about how does Thyssenkrupp take ideas through development into a commercial product, and then finally, hopefully not too often, but finally into end of life cycle for that product. And his presentation spoke very much to sitting down with our clients who had demonstrated a need. And in that particular case of that presentation, it was for a low head height crusher for underground applications and primary crushing applications. And so it was really talking what their needs were, and then sitting down with our engineering groups. And I think the start of his presentation literally was a couple of hand sketches of, well, these are a couple of 8 ideas that we could come up with, and then working with the client to determine what were the most viable in terms of constructability, maintainability. It achieved all of the requirements, and then checking back on with them as we go through our gated process of product development, and ultimately to testing the full-scale commercial equipment in a client's site. So that's sort of a very real example of how it's progressed. There are other areas where maybe not quite as graphic as that one, with a real early need that we work with them. Others tend to be more a generational change, where the partnership with our client has lasted over many, many years, and through generations of effectively product development, where we'll build, say, the generation 1 machine, and then we'll end up with a generation 2 and a generation 3. And we should be in a position relatively soon to talk about sort of generation 4 and generation 5 machines that we've just followed the journey with our key clients. So Thyssenkrupp as an overall organisation is approximately 165,000 people worldwide, made up of 5 business areas. So to answer this one, I'll really just talk to the mining side of that business. So we have what is known as a technology, innovation and sustainability group. And each of the technology business unit areas within Industrial Solutions have a representative of TIS. So BU Mining, that person is Dr. Benedict Mayer, the guy who gave a presentation to us today. And so TIS really run the process of innovation. They don't necessarily deal with the individual products, but they make sure that we follow a gated, well-constructed process that brings discipline to the innovative ideas. The next step into that is we have what are called product lifecycle managers. And so they are appointed to the individual portfolio areas. And they gather the input and feedback from customers, from our sales representatives, from our service technicians. We run the full gamut of information sources. And they then look at the product portfolio within their remit, determine what needs further development and so on. So they really look after probably 3, 4, 5 products within the overall mining portfolio. And then the next step into that phase is we have people who are responsible for research and development. So we have 3 R&D campuses every year, and that's where the R&D teams present back to our clients, our customer representatives, our sales teams about what ideas that they've asked for development, where we are in the progress of them, do we think they're viable, are they going to make commerciality, and so on. And I think the piece that underpins all of this are really our sales representatives and our service technicians. They get engaged through the local organisations, for example Australia, and twice yearly they're asked to present their ideas, they're asked to present the feedback from their customers as to ideas or research and development suggestions that then go through this gated process for selection. I mentioned services a couple of times. We run a full, what we call our 360-degree service, where during the design phase of our products we're already thinking about how we're going to maintain them. And so this 360 is very much about taking it, having our service groups involved in the development of the product, going out and maintaining the product, and then providing the feedback of this works, this doesn't work, because they're the guys who are with, and girls, sorry, who are with our customers on a day-to-day basis, really getting that feedback about our equipment. So we have to make sure that we have this holistic view of research and development across our products. Brand awareness is obviously a key item for us. I'd say brand awareness, but also portfolio awareness. I think anybody who's been through an airport or up and down an escalator or an elevator knows the brand Thyssenkrupp. But again, a large, very diverse conglomerate, sometimes you lose sight of what we actually do. And I've been with the organisation now for just under 2 years. And it's sort of like every now and then you might turn over a stone and you go, oh, I actually didn't know we did that. And I work inside the organisation. So it's very key for us to make sure that we continue to refresh our client base as to what we actually do, because sometimes we may not be at front of thought for them. So that brand and portfolio awareness is key for us. A number of the companies here are partners and suppliers to us. So it helps for us to understand their product portfolios and where they're taking their development areas in ways that we could incorporate into our overall solution for our clients. There's also the networking. So clearly the networking with those suppliers. You don't necessarily get to see them all the time. Having everybody here, your calendar fills up very, very quickly, and having those meetings and just the casual bumping into somebody in a corridor, just walking between sessions is very, very valuable for us. And then finally, obviously, it's our exposure to our customers and our clients. Being able to glean from them ideas that they have, the challenges that they're facing, both in the formal piece of the presentations, but again, they're here to try and gain information, trying to see what ideas that they can take away when they're starting to do their product development or their project development. And just that networking approach and access to our customers is key.